I think I found the Holy Grail. I've been searching for our Guinea hen's nest for a while, and I suspected that the ravens and the dogs were stealing eggs. And so I just kind of watched where they were going, and let's go see if there's eggs this morning. I'm out early enough. I think they haven't been stole yet. And so we're gonna go and see if we can find this nest. See if I'm right. I'm suspecting I seen a raven. It was under this little spruce tree the other day, and when it left, it looked like it was carrying an egg. And I've been checking and checking, and I watched the dog come over here as well. And I didn't. She keeps looking over here too. She likes to eat eggs. Ah. Check it out. She did lay under the spruce tree. I'm very happy I found it. I'm gonna leave them all there, and hopefully she'll hatch some baby keats. That's a good spot to itch right there. You got a mosquito bite? Yeah. Right there? Okay. Is that good? All better? All better? He's annoying, huh? I let the chicks out yesterday for the first time, and so today is their second day. Let's go check and see how they're doing. They're out here with the others, no fighting, so that was awesome. It was really nice to see them get along. Oh, they're going into the big coop. I was hoping I could get it cleaned before they started moving in. Hey, Iceman. They want to go in so badly. They haven't gone in yet, but they've been hanging out over here. What do you think, Coconut? Are they happy? Are they happy? Good boy. Molly chased him. I'm not getting any garden stuff done, am I? You're just sucking on my attention today. It is a nice day to go for a ride, though. Okay. I definitely need to get my planting done and stuff. This horse has his nose in my armpit, like breathing it. Oh, Coconut. Mwah. Okay, let's go. Having the guineas free range around our yard, one thing I'm noticing is we're having less ticks. So one of the issues we had when we first moved in here, we discovered we had like ground hornets. So they were, sorry, we had ground hornets, and what that is here is when the hornets, they create nests in the ground. So you could be walking and step on a nest and then get swarmed. That is really, really, really dangerous when you have horses and kids and pets and yourself. It become a real issue where certain areas, like it was almost getting to be like this really bad infestation in our area, and so it become very dangerous. I would not send Chaz out by himself, and I noticed the horses were not going to certain areas of the pasture and eating because they were getting stung so bad and like bit. So what I've learned or noticed is that since we've had the guineas the last couple years free range, the horses have started to venture into places that they didn't before. I think it's just because they're not getting stung as much. I think the guineas are in there more so than the chickens because it's a little further away than what the chickens are comfortable going, where we had the worst amounts. He's chewing on my ponytail. Stop it, Coconut. It's a little bit further away from where the chickens like to go. The guineas like to do the perimeter of the property. And so I've noticed more and more and more all of the bad infestations of the grasshoppers, the bad infestations of those hornets, the ground hornets. They're gone. And also I've noticed there's been an increase in bees. So I assume that the ones that we had here were the ones that kill the bees. So we've had an increase in beneficial insects, and we've had a decrease in the ones that are bad. So that was just something I had observed, and I thought that it might be interesting to you if you've considered natural pest control via livestock. How is that poop, Molly? Is that good poop? Do dogs want to eat poop? We've also had substantially less fly larvae and such. So I've noticed less like actual flies. But we're also really late this year. So we have a really late spring this year, so it just might be coincidental, but it was an observation. Carrots. I ripped out the other day the spinach, so I'm gonna do another planting of carrots in a grow bag. I don't know which ones, but we're gonna do that. But that's one of the projects to do this morning. And I'm gonna show you what I did yesterday. I was gonna vlog and show you, but there's over 200 Lysianthus that I planted out yesterday. I was a little concerned because we had some really bad weather, and I didn't know whether or not I wanted to get these in here, like in this area, but I decided to go for it. And they did good last night. We have a couple of days of like 4 degrees Celsius coming up, but I think they look good. They're not much different than the other ones that I planted. They're about the same height, so they shouldn't be too far behind. On this side here, I had shown in a previous video that Chaz and I had planted astilbe. Astilbe is a perennial, and I didn't want to put it here, but I decided to. I'm gonna come along here after and put cardboard down and mulch along the side of the greenhouse. The reason I didn't want to put perennial astilbes is because we do have some work to do on the sides of the greenhouse. But I felt like this year we'll just get them in, and then next year or this fall, if I have to dig them up and put them in a storage and then replant them, then I might just do that. But I don't know the varieties. I think these ones are a rose colored Lysianthus, ABC rose. But the rest of them, the tags got mixed up, and I have no idea. But they'll be a beautiful display. These are snapdragons. I have all different kinds. The majority of them are the Madame Butterfly bronze with white that I have in here. They were really, really tall and leggy. I didn't pinch them, I should have, but I just put them in because they're starting to flower, and the ones in the greenhouse are starting to flower as well. These are just a smaller succession of the snapdragons. They do really well for me when I put them out this size. They do the best for me when I put them out when they're just teeny tiny. Way more better than when I put them out this size. So I'd imagine these ones will probably be further ahead than these ones in the long run. These here are called Oopsie Daisy Calendula. I wanted to get them in as soon as I possibly could. Oopsie Daisy Calendula, they're absolutely gorgeous. And then over here we have Cosmos. They are Apricota Cosmo. So over this side, I'm kind of sticking with a palette. Those down there are like the color, the way that this will look is, I'm just gonna back up and I'll show you the vision. Just on my little service road here. This will be cleaned up as soon as we can get to that, get it done. But when you're walking through the gardens, I have to zoom way out. It's a big greenhouse, you guys. So along the side of the greenhouse on this side, we have Peach Blossom Astilbe. That's the closest to the greenhouse. Then we have Bridal Veil Astilbe. And then we go, there's the ABC, I think it's white or purple will be these two stands of Lisianthus. So that'll be this layer in front of the Astilbe. And then behind it, we have the bronze and white, and then we go into the apricot colors, which kind of blends and combines with the apricot color that's on this side. So it's just gonna be like these different layers of hues of color, just so I wasn't intending to do it this way, but it just worked out that I had so many of these color palettes that were ready to go in as early crops. And so I'm just kind of doing it so I have a color block of a certain type of palette. That is gonna change when I finish out this row, because I think I'm gonna go get the dahlias that I grew last year, and I'm gonna put the clumps in there to expand them even more and see what colors I like, which ones I don't, and which ones have the best vase life, and just kind of finish out the row with that. I'm gonna need a lot of row, but there's this midsection there. I can plant some cooler crops and such, and then just get going with that. We're supposed to get some thunderstorms, so that'll be fun. It's really hot right now. It's like this hot. It's hot for me, okay? It's hot for me. It's warm in the sun. It's really, really warm. And when you're working in the garden and digging and stuff, it gets warm. But I know for many of you, it's not warm. That's partly, you know, when you live closer to Santa Claus than you do to Walt Disney, you kind of feel that way, I guess. Just how it goes. Not acclimated to the hot weather yet. Thunderstorm. I was planting and it just snuck up on me. Wow, it's coming down. I got in the house just in time. I also got my peas planted just in time too. Can't keep up. I think I fixed it. Got soaked. Oh, it's cold. And that's gonna last for a little while, so I thought I would share with you what we made for dinner. So I just barbecued some steak, and I chopped up some bok choy that I got out of the greenhouse, and also some green onions. I noticed I'm running low on avocado oil, which I like to do my cooking with. So I fried up a couple of pieces of bacon chopped up, and I seasoned it with some pepper so that I had a fat to saute my bok choy in. So I just added the bok choy into the bacon grease, and I added the green onions into here as well. To season this one, I used a seasoning salt. The ingredients in the seasoning salt are turmeric, Himalayan, sweet paprika, coriander, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, and a few other seasonings. And I just doused it on there. I added this much of granulated garlic, some chili flakes, and granulated onion. Gave it a good mix up. I didn't want to go back out to get more ingredients out of the greenhouse or onions, so because it was pouring rain and I was barbecuing, so I just felt this was good enough. And I just let it kind of cook down, and I added lemon juice, just a splash, and then I put the bacon back in, give it a really good stir. This was a very tasty dish. Chaz really enjoyed it. I had not made it this way before. It was really delicious. The bacon and the lemon, it was a really good, tasty dish. I served it with some steaks that I grilled. It broke enough of the rain so I wasn't too wet and soaked getting it done, but I did overcook them a little bit. But it was delicious. I don't know if you can see that, but I've never actually seen this before, where the rainbow is layered under clouds. Can you see that? Isn't that weird? Very odd. I'm trying to get the lighting so you can see it. That was one mean cloud in front of it. It is pouring. Actually, I had to go get Chaz early because it started to downpour at the Ball Diamonds. It was a monsoon, and everyone ran to the vehicles. He was the last one there because I had to go the long way out since our road is still washed out. And yeah, still pretty, even though if it's chopped in half by a big ugly cloud. Are you guys big kids now? Are you friends? Hey, Ma. Well, thank you so much for spending the day with me today and watching my video. So much love. Catch you next time. Bye for now.